Well, Mike said, listen, we know what you've done for the organization, and we always will want you to come back as a visiting guy. So it's been good. And these guys are the ones that I coached before I got let go, so I'm very aware, good with them, and they like seeing me, I like seeing them, and it's just fun to stay in touch. And I'm just really impressed with what's going on, with the whole Elias regime and with Hyder and them, and so they've done a great job, and so you just got to win a playoff game.
Things have things have changed a lot since you played and you've coached. Have you kind of adapted some of the newer things, the newer ways of teaching to what you do?
Well, I totally understand it, and I really appreciate the work that these guys do. I mean, it's amazing in the coaches' room there. These guys work really hard, and it's not the world that I knew, and I still see things that they see on the camera, but I try not to say much about that, So, but it's you can't go back. A lot of my guys, from my day, they're all, but I say, guys, that's evolution. In the Olympics, every 4 years, somebody runs higher and runs faster, jumps higher. Somebody said, why? Well, I had a trainer, and I got on the computer, and it's just the world that we live in today, and they've done a great job adapting here. And plus, now to me and JJ and Britton coming in and Markakis, that was never done before. Nope, they didn't bring the old guys back in, and so they're embracing us and bringing those things together. So I think you get a good mix.
You mentioned that you've been impressed about what they're building here. What impresses you specifically, and if you could describe the culture that you've witnessed, how would you describe it?
Well, it's definitely much more technical than was in my day. In my day, when I was playing in the minor leagues, I had a manager and a trainer, and I had a little white ball they gave me, and they said, go figure it out. Now they sit down together and they do it through eyes of the computer and the cameras and each other and talking, and so it's definitely a modern game, and it's in college, it's in high school, so you can't go back. That's just where it is, and it's working well. And these guys have done great. I mean, what can you say? They're in the playoffs. He said in 5 years he'd get them in the playoffs, and they were in the playoffs. So, us and the Ravens got to learn to go one step farther.
When you have conversations with some of these young starting pitchers, be it Grayson, Kramer, Kajkovic, do you get a sense that how much they might have learned from one season of Corbin Burns, being around a guy of that stature, and does that rub off on them a little bit?
Sure it does. It's very important to have people like that around that know how to breathe in those situations, and now you get Charlie and Eflin, and those guys have been lots of that experience. And you have Gunnar Henderson, but he's not very good.
Thanks.
Oh, hi.
Awkward.
But yeah. I mean, those guys are invaluable. They've been there and they know that. Hey, because I know we got there in '79, got up 3-1, and then we couldn't win a game. '83, everything was different. We say, okay, guys, we're not going to design the ring after we were up 3-1. This time, you could have heard a pin drop, and so there's just a lot to that postseason. And postseason now is so much different. I mean, the game is a game when you start it, but all the hoopla, first pitch of the game, 40,000 people screaming, waving towels. That wasn't the case. We had crowds, but there's a lot of hype, and you have to really be able to control your emotions.